Alright, hi everyone! I would like to share with you this flowchart na kinreate ko para that will help you malaman ano yung tamang tax rate na dapat gamitin mo sa business mo. So, actually, minsan, we're very much, yung mind natin, very much confused pag napakaraming nakasulat. So, mas nagfa-function yung brain natin pag may mga konting drawing, ganyan. 'Di ba? Tsaka minsan, pag sasalta lang, walang nakikitang drawing, it's difficult. So, I have here a flowchart, a very good, I hope it helps you, na to help you to analyze ano ba yung best na tax rate for you. Oo, pupunta ka ng BIR, mag-open ka ng business, then you hear so many advices like, mag 3% ka na lang, mas mababa yun. But, would you know ano repercussion ng 3%? O, di ba? Tapos, may 8% ka naririnig. So, minsan, kino-compare ang 8% tsaka 3%. Siyempre, ikaw, between the two, with very little knowledge, no offense meant, ha? With very little knowledge, you'll choose the 3%, pero you don't know ano yung kahahantungan ng 3%, di ba? So, before that, gusto ko rin kayo i-walk through dito sa flowchart na nagawa ko, and hopefully it will help you, okay? So, here, if you will notice in the first three boxes dito sa first line. Sige, kulayan lang natin siya para at least magkaroon lang kayo ng uh, na idea. We'll start with dito sa first box. Sundan natin kung ano yung magiging answer nyo, ha? Alright, single proprietor ka ba? If your answer is no, dun tayo sa no, Ang next question ko is, corporation ba ang type of business mo? Tapos if your answer again is no, ang question kong huli, partnership ba ang business mo? There could be additional questions here, pero hindi ko na siya dadagdagan kasi I would like to simplify everything. But these three types of business classifications is really very, very common. So, dito tayo sa partnership. Sabi ko, tanong ko dito, if your answer is yes, pwede man dagdagan, no, pero hindi ko na nga dinagdagan. Then, ang next kong question is, general partnership ba ang classification in the exercise of profession? So, if your answer is yes, may sagot ako dito. Okay? Need to file income tax return but no payment to be done. Kasi as partners, are to pay the corresponding tax for shared income received. Kasi pag in the exercise of profession, hindi magbabayad yung partnership eh. Pero yung mga partners na nakatanggap nung income. But if your answer is no, if your answer is no, that means hindi siya exercise profession. So, the partnership was meant for a business profit na hindi siya exercise profession. So, they have to pay the usual income tax rate. Okay? So, iwanan na natin yan. Dito naman tayo sa corporation. Pasimplihan lang natin, ha? Kung ang tanong ko is single proprietor ka ba and your answer mo is no. So, most likely corporation kasi syempre you're envisioning na lalaki ang business mo at hindi mo kakayanin. So, nagtayo ka na lang ng corporation or pwede mong nag-opt ka for a OPC, yung one-person corporation. If that's the case, sa corporation kasi, there are tax regime na pwede mong gamitin. You can use yung 40% na OSD, may itemized deduction for a corporation, ha. And you can also use, I'll add this more. And you can also use yung tax rate na it's either itemized deduction ka, ang tax rate is 20% versus 25%. So, hindi ko masyado na lang ito i-discuss. Pero, these are the gamitin mo, tax regime mo is either may 40% ka OSD, itemized deduction siya, pero ang gagamitin mo would be, baka ma-confuse ha, ang gagamitin mo is either 20% versus 25%. Okay, depende yan kung magkano yung taxable income mo, kung hindi ka nag-reach ng more than 5 million, tapos yung total asset mo is less than 100 million, then you opt for 20%. Otherwise, you go for 25%. Now, if your total asset then is more than 100 million, pero ang taxable income is less than that, pero 25% ka pa rin. Okay? Papasok din dito yung yung MCIT. If in the fourth year of operation mo, ito papasok dito yung MCIT versus RCET. Yung 2% versus either 20 or 25%, whichever is higher. If it, on the fourth year of operation. So, yan yun. And then, I'll stop here, ha? So, yan siya. Then, dito naman, Kung single proprietor ka, ito na yung mga series of questions ko. Ang projected income mo ba ay di lalagpas ng 3 million? Okay, dito, if your answer is hindi lalagpas, so ibig sabihin, pag sinabi mo no, hindi, ibig sabihin, pag double negative, positive yan. Ibig sabihin, pag sumagot ka ng no, lalagpas siya. So, it will fall under here. So, kung either 40% ka or itemized deduction, so ito yung itemized deduction. Pero if corp ka, ito na, if corp, ang tax rate mo would be 20%. Lagay ko dyan. Lagay ako dito. A, 20%, pero itemized deduction yan. At, on your fourth year of operation, dito pupunta yung MCIT versus RCIT. Okay? So, naghiwalay natin yan para hindi kayo malito. Kasi itong tax regime is either, this is for single proprietor. Either 4%, 40%, or 2%. Kung corporation ka, 20% versus 25%, or MCIT versus RC kung sa 4th year. 4th year. Alright? Yan. Yan yon ha. So, kung nag-guess ka, so, corporation ka ba? O, kung yan yon. Alright? Kung corporation, 20% versus 25, MCIT versus RCIT kung 4th year. Pero kung single proprietor ka, either 40% lang or 2% itemized deduction. Yan yung pipiliin mo. Okay, teka, lagyan natin. Yan. Alright? This is for single proprietor. Pero kung corporation ng business mo, ito yung tax rate mo. If corp, yan. Kung single proprietor yan. So, I hope naintindihan nyo to. The next kong question dyan is, employed ka ba? So, kung employed ka, nasagot mo yes, then you cannot use the 250 deduction. But your tax rate can be 8%. Okay? Or 40% or itemized deduction. Kasi if you selected 8%, tapos employed ka, in the computation of your income tax due, hindi mo makiklaim yung 250,000 deduction, annual deduction, or even quarterly, during your quarter computation. Hindi mo yung magagamit kasi employed ka nga. Pero kung hindi ka employed, then you can use that. Okay? Kung sagot mo naman no, next question ko, nag-apply ka ba for BMBE? Pag sabi mo yes, then you are exempted from income tax. Pero hindi ka exempted from business tax. There are two types of taxes that you have to pay as a business owner. We have the income tax. If you are making money, if you're gaining from the business, then you have to pay for income tax. If it's a loss, hindi. Alright? Pero papasok pa rin dito yung MCIT. Kung halimbawa ginamit mo yung kasi may regular rate right? So, yun. Tapos, kung business tax naman, whether you're gaining or losing, you have to pay for either percentage tax if your sales is less than 3 million, but if it exceeded 3 million, then you have to pay the VAT. Well, hindi mo naman siya binabayaran, but kasi you're getting the tax payments from your sales. However, if yung purchases mo, yung input tax mo na pambawas dun sa output is less than, then you have to pay for the excess. Kaya nagkakaroon ng about output, and then the business absorbs the amount that has to be paid to the government sa business tax. So, essentially, yun nga, 12% yun pa rin naman yun whatever has been collected from the customers, ibabayad mo pa rin naman siya. But good thing, kung ma-offset mo siya sa input mo, better. Pero essentially talaga, na-collect mo yan from your sales. Alright? Yung output VAT. Next, kung nag-apply ka for BMBE, sabi mo no, next kong question, may mga resibo ba lahat ng vendors mo? If your answer is yes, then pwede mong gamitin yung itemized deductions as one of their options, as one of the tax regimes. Pero it does not prevent you na even if may kompleto kang resibo, it does not prevent you from using, if you opt for 8%, then you can use that. If you would like to simplify your life, when I say simplify, yung hindi ka na masyado hindi mo naisipin na ma-open pa yung libro mo for checking, yung books of accounts. But it does not mean hindi kita pinagre-record sa books of accounts mo. As a business owner, it is prudent that you also record all your transactions, whether income, whether expenses, para nakita mo kung if you're making money, di ba? So, yun. Now, if wala ka naman talagang resibo sa mga vendors mo kasi you feel na nag-start ka pa lang, tapos may mga nabibilhan ka, hindi naman talaga nag-i-issue rin ng resibo, and dun mo lang nakikita yung cheapest price ever, then hindi mo rin sila mapupush magbigay ng resibo. Pero I'm not telling you not to encourage them not to issue receipt, ha. It's prudent na mag-issue ka receipt because it's a requirement. But reality wise, meron talaga mga vendors hindi nag-i-issue ng resibo. So if that's the case, that should not prevent you from not doing your business, right? So the government naman is giving as an opportunity to have a business na kung nagkaroon ka man ng ganitong instances na hindi mo ka nakatanggap ng mga resibo sa vendors mo, still the government is giving this opportunity, bigyan ka pa rin ng mas doable na tax rate. So, dito sinasabi ko na if your answer here is hindi nga nag-issue lahat ng vendors mo resibo, then ang pinaka pwede mo talagang gamitin na tax rate is 8% or 40%. Medyo malaki yung 40%. And then if you're not employed, you can use that 150,000 deduction. Alright? So, here, klaro na, no? Now, I will, just correct the notion na you always hear the word 3% and it's being compared with 8%. This is really very confusing. Ako when I hear about this, I really am, paano ko ba siya sasabihin? Nalilito ako. Sabi ko, saan galing yung 3% na yun and 8%, diba? The 3% is, of course, I know, the 3% is from VAT, or rather from percentage tax, okay? And they've been abusing this 3% and confusing a lot. Ayan ha. They are abusing the 3% and confusing a lot of new taxpayers. Kasi, ay, 3% na lang ako. But the thing is, there's a hidden catch on the 3%. If you offer 3%, ang ibig sabihin kasi nito is, nag-BMBE ka. Diba? You applied for BMBE. Eh, ang BMBE ba simpleng, hindi man ako magbabayad ng income tax, percentage tax lang naman kasi 3% nga eh. Yes, totoo. Pero at the end of the year, you have to submit financial statements. And if you know how to make one, that's very good. Eh, pero maraming hindi, right? And how much are you going to pay for a financial statements? May 10,000. Well, kung makakita ka ng 5,000, di okay, swerte. Kung may makita kang 3,000, di okay, swerte. The thing is, tama ba yung ginawa? Diba? You rather go for a more pricey and reliable person na you have to also check the background na gumagawa ng financials. Another is kailangan i-audit. Merong, pag 3 million and above yung financial statements mo, it needs to be audited, yung revenue. Pero, meron din isang forum na basa ko, it's up to you. Ang alam ko is pag 3 million and above, it needs to be audited. But if your sales less than 3 million, sabi nila pag BMB, kailangan din daw ng audit. But of course, that's something that you need to also research. Pero ang pagkakaalam ko, pag 3 million above ang sales mo, that needs to be audited. Okay? Generally speaking. Now, for BMBE, meron daw clause na kailangan ng audit. Alright? So, that's something you have to research also and double check. So, I'm here to share with you a flowchart para, I hope this could help. Aside from this one, I also have a course. Okay? I also have a course. I just would like to share with you. If you reach up to this end, I have a course here, the PCPA.S course. I have selected different options or scenarios. Now, if you're 8%, if you're BMBE, if you're looking for an accounting system, I have it here. Very reasonable ang price. You can earn this if you will compute how much are you going to pay for each day. Mas sobrang liit naman, di ba? Ito, pag kunwari, meron ka, employed ka, so you can look into this course at your own convenience. And kung BMBE ka, tapos you have an employer, so there are steps that you have to consider here. A bit pricey because I have your sample financial statements. So sabi ko nga, yung value is around 10,000 eh. May format na siya, may sample disclosure na. So, this is a bit pricey, pero if you know how to put it there, it may guide eh. Kasi you have also here, may system ako, may simple accounting system ako na makakome up na nito financials. But of course, case to case to. Depende sa complexity ng transactions mo sa BNB. Pero somehow, you have already na yung sample format. And then, I have here also, if you're into services, freelancer ka, your skill is into services, you're not selling goods, wala kang goods. So, I have also a course outline for you here, very reasonable ang pricing. So you can purchase it while the prices are not still up. And aside from that, kung sa COR mo, you found there are several forms na, of course, first timer ka, you don't know how to fill it out. I have here several tax forms which you can look into. Very, very reasonable din ang price, ang investment fee, from if you have to make a tax form for compensation, for expanded, for final tax. There are discussions, ano, bakit ginagamit yan. Ito yung 2551Q, ito yung percentage, ito yung, if you're a BMBN, you have to do it quarterly. I have it here. And of course, you'll tell me na exempted siya sa income tax, yes, pero kung nasa core siya, bakit kailangan siya ilagay doon? So, do this if this is listed in your COR, okay? Up to you. And then here, I have a 1701A, yung annual. Paano ginagawa yan? If you're 8% ka, from start to end, paano nyo siya i-file? Kung may 2307 kayo, and then after that, ano yung gagawin? What's next, di ba? Hindi lang basta na-file, done na yun. Meron pa kayong mga additional steps na gagawin. So, I have it here. I have enumerated each tax forms, each very common tax forms which you can look into. Prices are really very, very reasonable. Okay? As opposed to not filing or filing it wrong. Kasi siya, of course, malaki ang penalty. So, here I have shared. You can just go and click onto the button kung ano yung kailangan mo, and then just let me know. So, if you reach up to this portion, thank you so much, and I hope na naliwanagan ka sa pag-explain ko sa flowcharts na to, na nakatulong siya sa'yo. At I have additional, I have more videos in the coming days. So I hope you'll check on that one. That will help also sa iyong mga business pagdating sa mga pagpaplano ng iyong tax payable sa government. Alright? So thank you so much.